All right. Someone's like, someone feel like, oh, she's gonna be fishing for something. This is also someone doing this a little bit earlier than different, where usually it's like, I'll be asleep at this time. Usually I'm asleep at this time, considering it, but I still gotta clean my blanket. So let's see if we can direct this energy in a more less, a little bit more like no annoyance. So this is a better time. You know, this is the day of people being in conflict about what to think or how to take on something in a particular way. And whatever it is that someone is considering to take into a particular way, it's just like, I don't know if this is more consciously or subconsciously, but in a situation, okay, so this is definitely more consciously or subconsciously how to take something in. It's like, how do I take a person? How do I take the situation? Someone could be a little bit confused on that aspect. So we're just gonna pick up on the energy. That's about it. Because personally, I am not attached to anything. And it was like, I was like, should I be giving messages? Because it's like I am super, like, I don't like the fact to be so super detached from everything, but it's like, it's one of those, it's a necessary for my own instincts in this situation. It's like, be super detached, but, you know, I don't know how to like elaborate or explain it in the best way, but however, in my situation is useful. For other people, whatever energy this is, someone needs to know. Someone is consciously or subconsciously like stuck on what decision to make or how to take on someone. It's like they don't know. I would say they know how to feel, but it's like something is very powerful. Someone could also, like, whether you realize it or not, someone, you may have stepped more into a particular power where it's hard for somebody, if there's still something going on in the energy where people are looking for, well, wow, here it is. There we go. Uh, if it's like a psychological, emotional type thing, right? And it's been, let's say, over the last 2 to 8 days, 20 days, so like over the last 2 to 3 weeks, for somebody over the last 8 weeks to 2 to 8 months, there's a possibility where there's been people like not able to like articulate or to put you in like this category, because it's like every time that they feel that you fit something, it's not fitting. And it's like, it's very upsetting to whoever the person could be, the group of people. Also, it's like, if you're a younger person, you got older people more upset. You could possibly be a female fire sign, or this is a male on this one, so a male Leo, because this is a lion. Um, Someone could be taken in consideration of looking at what someone you could have been lied on. And like I said, I can only speak from my own personal experience. It's like in my situation, when I first began to talk to someone all the way back in 2021, I remember laying in the bed with that person. I literally told him, I said, crazy thing is to know you're my Judas, that you will betray me for the littlest chump change. And lo and behold, here it is, 2025. But, you know, over the time, all the way up until current, it's like for the littlest change, people will betray you, say they don't know you, help people betray you in the worst way. And these will be people, someone needs to know energetically, these could be people of using particular strategies, theories, philosophies on you, whether you know not, because they needed someone to be like literally in not trusting your own thoughts, not trusting what you're saying, what you're thinking, or what you're feeling. So it's like most of the time, indirectly, by doing so, it's like I could put out a prediction. Now, mind you, with the predictions that I do put out, right? Unbeknownst to them, every time that the prediction is there, I can guarantee you those people who knows for a fact that the prediction was supposed to take place, they're sitting in something so negative and so bad. These are people that I can clearly tell either having throat issues, chest issues. If they're women, they having breast issues, heart, sternum, stomach issues, complications using the bathroom. There may be, if they do business, say if they are day trader, they're probably like they're blowing their accounts, or the stocks that they're investing in is like fucking up. If they were in partnerships and business and stuff like that, they're noticing that where there was trends of them, doing certain things in certain transits is no longer working in a benefit. So it's like what's going on, what's happening, that they're not really, paying attention to that. Also, you can have people that are into astronomical type things, astrology, other type of things. And these people are like really were very adamant of, you could have people that are empowered, that they're upset with the fact that you still speak the truth, regardless of them still trying to create a, conflict of, like right now with this, like I know that there's something there, there's information that's supposed to be told. The disagreement, whether they agree or disagree, is like, okay, there's no way that this person can still have this going on, right? But yet it's still telling the truth. But the only way for them to get a person is for you to lose, like, we need to see them in a moment of discourage, because they know that this is supposed to be happening, or we're supposed to be giving them this type of information, right? And with that information, they're trying to guard it or destroy it, or feel as if you don't know exactly what you're talking about. But clearly, it's one of those, anytime that you either speaking on some situation, something is coming up and about, it's literally where you just tell that these people, like, they could probably be like, I'm not a liar, I live like this, da 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 da. It's like, the like is no longer, no longer ever to do that. Like someone wanted to have some sort of leverage in a situation. So say if you were dealing with, psychokinesis or telekinesis, or spiritual kinesis, whatever it is that you want to, portray it, where it's like, oh, I could pick up on this person's energy, this person's energy, what energies you are having and dealing with. But in someone's instance, it's like it's a form of power and control over an individual, and it's getting more so where it's causing these people to drink. If they weren't drinkers, they're drinkers now. And like with them putting, let's say, man-made obstacles and challenges in your way, to keep on saying I'm in your way, aka delay certain things that's still going to come your way. So it's like manifestations and certain things that are still meant to come your way. This is like their, frustration of like, how is it that they're still able to do this today, and still how are they not? You're like, they need to move on from this. But the only reason why someone wants you to move on is to try to gain control of a situation. And the reason being that they're not able to gain the control of this is like, well, this should force this person to go choose something else. So like right now I could be on, I'm on YouTube, right? And it'll be someone sitting there, I hope they lose this channel, I hope that, right? And it's not working, right? So the more that they do it, it seems like for somebody in that situation, you gain more following. If they do it again, it's more like, if you don't gain the following here, it's like you gain like financial, or you gain more insight on the people who are doing those things to you. So meaning it could be certain things that they don't want to be revealed, trying to keep certain things hidden. It's more like they're not realizing the consequences and repercussions of what they're doing. So regardless of the delay, more of the delay and playing that they're doing, the more of their secrets and things are being revealed to you, whether you have the physical proof or not. The proof is in the pudding, meaning either you'll start noticing that people are not able to make eye contact towards you, they'll look at you and look away. You may notice more hostile type of energy, or people being hostile for no reason. You'll also notice like gaslighting type things, but it's like more of a course of try to make you like look at something completely different than what you already know to be the truth. And then what more, that they, like, somebody's name could be Whitmore, Lattimore or something like that. Them not realizing that you know what you know. Basically, there's no need, like whatever it is that you can feel it, it's being bestowed on you. Certain, you got to understand, if you can fit there, excuse me, and get the download of what it is that's happening, right? These are people that feel like, ha ha ha, I can still delay, right? But the ha 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 is, regardless if you don't have the physical or, physical evidence, paperwork, whatever conversation, these people not approaching you, right? And this is giving more that they're doing subliminal, indirect type things, right? The more that is something that's due to you, because for somebody this is something, like if they were the average person, you will really want to know this, right? You will want this, but this is like, move off from this, move off from this. But whoever you are, if there's people that are in higher positions or something like that, physicians, for somebody this could be medical, for another person you figuring out the people who want to be ops or oppositions to you. You're also figuring out people that are actually in power. It could be law enforcement, it could be, judicial, judges, lawyers, whatever. This could be, like I said, I already said medical, judicial. These could be people even, governmental, whatever the case may be. And then it's like, for me personally, in my experience, I don't really care about low life. I don't really care about family. Friends is not a priority to me. So, like, I mean, if that's something a priority to you, that's, hey, cool too. But however, it seems like the more people are doing wrong or more doing certain things, you're getting more intel and details of the secrets that they want to keep hidden. And it's like 10 times out of 10, in whatever situation it is, that whenever they're getting more people to come see you, go look at you, come view you, whatever the case may be, it's like, it's one of those perfect timing. It's like, oh, you want to delay, you want to keep playing, right? It's secrets and sins of them, that the people who they end up bringing in to say, hey, look at them, come do this, whatever. It's like watching the news type shit. And whatever it is, it's like you're giving, like, whether your connection with, whatever it is that submit to or whatever. But this is more higher source, higher power, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, you ain't got to be religious or nothing like that. But hey, Jesus did walk, and there's a higher power, and whatever that higher power is giving you intel and detail on every person that's either delaying information to come to you, wanting to cause harm to you, stealing from you, lying on you. You're going to keep getting, like, in this situation, if they keep trying to create obstacles and challenges, you're going to know what obstacle and challenge that they're looking to create prior to whatever it is. Because for somebody, you're meant to be in a state of rest and rejuvenation, and then with you supposed to be in this rest and rejuvenation state, these people not realizing whatever delay it is, because it's like causing you to either still be in hostile situations, environments, people, whatever. But the benefit of someone, like, so you don't get like so hyper vigilant that you're not actually being more present in the moment. Because, if you're not present in the moment, whatever it is, that clearly to me, I call that like a psych game. So if you're not mentally strong, it's a psych game, right? They're going to want you to feel restless. They don't want you to feel rejuvenated. They want you to move off of the subject. They don't want you to keep confronting them about it. And for someone, stay on their ass, stay on their neck. It's just like, regardless of what they're doing, it's like every time that they get someone to make sure that you're not in the algorithm, it's like it'll be like 2, 3 other different videos that's going to reveal more information about them. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. It's like, me, I have over thousands of freaking videos, so it's just like, good luck. But these are like very selective of, oh, I want to keep delaying this, I want to keep playing this game. But it's like someone is not really realizing that they're playing, like, for somebody, if these are high officials, if these are medical people, and it's something that you need to know about your health, and they're not telling you, and it could be either, for somebody it could be life or death, for somebody else it's just something that, hey, it can be healed, it can be handled, it can be taken care of, and they're not telling you. It's going to take for them, and it's a prophecy prediction for someone, they're going to pass on. For somebody in the next 18 to 31 days, because it's like they participating in this. And I don't know if they got, like, the only time that really happens to people is due to the simple fact, if they're subscribed to, like really committed to certain religions, that can cost you your life. And especially if they call themselves, evangelists, they call themselves priests, ministers, and things like that. Even judges, because you are submitting yourself to the Lady of Justice. Lady of Justice was also considered, even though an empress, she was also considered a deity. So, and with that deity, that's Apollo, that's, Aphrodite, that's Athena, those things of that sort. And they don't really realize or grasp the concept of how deep this goes, because there's levels to it. It could be even people that could have been practicing and doing this stuff, I'm seeing, for 20 years, 25 years, 28 years. Somebody could have been doing this for like 46 to 58 years, and it's like, but how is it? And it's like, and it's clearly like someone could be feeling as if you're like light years ahead of your time, but it's like, it's not that. Like for me, I know my capability will literally be 7 generations before, 7 generations after. So whatever year I was born, 7 generations prior, 7 generations after, from the in between time. Right now, like I had put on my community post, right now the full focal point right now would literally be anyone born 1960s, 1970, which would be the focal point. However, that still gives me a remnant of 30 years. So 60, so 1930, if those people are still alive and they're still, able bodied, they still, mentally intact, right? But however, if you're getting assaulted and attacked or whatever, because I haven't seen anything with pillars yet, but this is also showing me, you know, if it's astronomy, if these are people doing Anunnaki, if this is people, and with the scale being here, this is justice system. This is also, if we're gonna have to, predict countries, someone could be of Arabic descent, you know what I'm saying, or Egyptian, or you could have Egyptian blood of some sort. This is also people that do like country living. Someone can be from like, that's heavy, like North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, um, southern east, places, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, northern parts of Florida type things, because those are where usually you'll see areas like this, or the northern part of like New York, like Buffalo, Suffolk and things like that. Suffolk and uh, Maine is more, near the water, things like that. But if I had to be like super particular, somebody could also have like a creek or a river near them. So, that this is how you can have your confirmation of knowing exactly what I'm saying in this aspect. Meaning, they could, they could, somebody could be Japanese as well. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be Japanese or Japanese descent. Also, I'm getting like someone did not or possibly didn't have consent for something, right? So these are people that wanted to seem as if you didn't have common sense, incompetence, or something like that. Like you're not educated enough to do what it is that you do, or have the insight or information that you do. This is like one of those, if you know what I'm saying, is like, who is it? The angel of death, right? Your heart must be weighed against the feather. Meaning, if we put the feather there and we put the person on the other side, basically the grave is what it is for them intuitively. Intuitively, also, you could have an idea about something. Someone could have known or picked up on, but it's like, well, how is it that this person still has this going on? Like, you could have actually someone tracking, if you're a woman, your menstrual. If you're a man, someone could actually literally had to hire someone to just figure out like what's your prowess type thing, just to keep up with some certain things. Because it's like their favorite thing whenever it comes to these type of issues is prostate cancer. Most of the time, if you're a man and you out here in the world and doing all the worldly things, think it with that leg versus with your head type thing. Prostate cancer is like usually the go-to diagnosis for mass majority of them. But it's like these are people that are delaying information that you may intuitively already know the truth. So meaning every day is a delay. You're accelerated like or advanced 8 days ahead of whatever it is that they're planning. So meaning the plan is already failed, prior to them starting something. Um, it's also showing more or less like you could have, whether you knew it or not, it was like justice people and medical people who have been like mainly right now in your current trying to like I'm gonna have to say trying to create the obstacles and challenge, and they needed the consent of whoever this person is of power to do what it is that you're doing. But however, the universe is like whether they do something physically, I feel like now that they're doing whatever they're doing man-made, now this is like disobeying universal laws. These are people that should be very, very versed and know very well about universal laws. It's certain things that you just don't disobey. Like, hey, should you, run a red light? No. Should you assault a police officer that's just standing there and biting him? No, you know what I'm saying? Like common sense type things. But these are also people that, oh, I'm this degree, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, right? So this is now when you're starting to disrespect universal laws. Now this is where we run into man-made no longer has the control. So meaning whatever control tactic that they're going to choose to do, that means that whoever the group of people are or the individual are, there's going to start being chaos amongst them. So depending on the type of obstacles and challenges that they've been creating for you, and I don't know where you are in your path, your journey, your life, your world. Honestly, I can give two shits, but it's just wherever you are in that moment, whatever obstacle they're creating for you, they're starting to get it. It's like for some of them, they're doing it so subtly, and I wouldn't want to be that person for that shit to be subtle. It's like shit, just hit me with what the fuck you got, bro. This is like one of those where it can actually create torture and literally put someone in mental conflict. For someone, you're not in mental conflict. You're not like in double mind, like, am I? Am I not? Do I know? Do I not know? Like, you're very much so in balance. You're balanced. You're in a balanced place because intuitively, you already know what it is to be true, right? Regardless of what it is. Like, for me, it's just like, everything that I needed to know to be true about the person, like regardless of what was going on, it was there in my face, right? But it's also there in my face to know, like, I know way better than what these people would know personally versus like, hey, let's go to the person who's getting talked about, right? But these were people that wanted to just be super, super duper in control, like I mentioned before, psychokinesis, telekinesis, those things are real things which they will literally try to use. Like if you're in court or whatever, it's pseudo therapies or pseudokinesis of any sorts. It is recognized in court. And what some of those people are not realizing, because somebody been practicing for over 25 years, and it's like no way in hell, especially if they're an attorney general or anything, or a person in power, and they're not aware or versed in, pseudo practices or pseudo law, then let's just say at that point, you're already ahead of the game of the situation, right? But these will also be people saying, oh, I go to church, but they're paying someone from India to do chakra work, or someone that they feel is very versed in, Reiki or something like that, because they don't want you to be happy. They want you to keep experiencing heartache and loss or whatever. And it seemed as if, like, universally, I feel like certain things are being very much so reversed. So whatever it is that they're reversing or whatever, like universally is being reversed on how they need the person that you're innocent, you have nothing to do with this shit, but it's like it's reversing onto them of how they needed you to think, how they needed you to feel. But it's just like, I feel like you're just literally someone waiting patiently, like, okay, carry on, like you're still carrying on with your day-to-day thing, like. And it's like for somebody, you do have surveillance on you illegally, But with it, it's like they don't really do anything. Like for me, it's like it's gonna literally seem very boring. You're not bored yet? Okay, carry on. You know what I'm saying? And like shit, I'll sit there and laugh to my motherfucking self. I'll talk to my fucking self like shit. Ain't shit fucking wrong with it. Shit, you need entertainment somewhere, right? But it's like the things that they're wanting for you is starting to happen to them. But it's just more or less like, let's put on a happy face, guys. Everything is okay. When I get in front of these people, I can't tell them I'm going through this. It's literally like that. But however, for somebody, it's literally like private investigators and stuff like that. These are like people faking and making it. But with these people faking and making it, right? Somebody in these groups, I don't know if somebody literally leaked some type of information that could have caused like a person in a friend group that they could have participated and did some things like say back in March, May, last year in November or whatever, right? The stuff that they did to even, like, I would even say to you, what they did to other people is starting to surface on them as we speak. That's universal law. You get what you give, right? And this is like, it's one of those, the gift that keeps giving, right? Something about someone's Thanksgiving of last year or over the last 3 years is hunting them currently. Someone's name could be hunter, or someone could consider themselves a huntress. So someone is into occult work or something like that. Also, someone you had a coworker that could have been, trying to do that. Um, someone you could have considered like a friend or something like that. Someone's name could be like Curtis or something like that. But it's also like for three people, they're about to get something about a celebration. But oh, did somebody take somebody else's creation? For somebody in my situation, it was like content creation and stuff like that. But I'm also hearing consecration. This is also, with the work of creating you to be distracted. So their hopes was for somebody, you speaking, your creativity, um, sacral chakra work on you, right? In hopes to distract you from being able to celebrate, to create obstacles and challenges for you to be able to get certain things and, your health and all these other things, or people to partner with you. Partnership. Before this card even came out, it's like, here it is. But partnerships and alliances, these are people, somebody's name could be Elias. So someone you may know these people, you may not. I don't really care for these people, so it doesn't really matter. It's just like justice is justice, regardless of how it's served. Hot or cold, your nose or theirs, it doesn't matter to me. For somebody, these people could actually be on that white girl, that Christina Aguilera, that powder stuff. Yeah. Also, during this time, for somebody, you may have been transforming, and however you transform it, it's like literally it's destined. So like regardless if these were people like, I want to do a destiny swap because your life is meant to be my life, and it's like you have a miserable ass fucking life and you're not doing the work. So regardless if they feel like they're going to take on the life that is yours, these are not people realizing at the same time, you ever heal that mommy wound? Did you remember when your mommy sold you for, the pipe, and you never forgave her? You remember when she unalived your dog? You still ain't forgave her, type thing. Like it's like something like that. But it's like these are people that still carry certain anger from whatever like their parents did, but the shortcut is to live vicariously through, their kids, grandkids, nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles, shit, brothers and sisters, sometimes the friends and stuff like that. So that's where, you get a heavy energy of envy and jealousy. You know what I'm saying? These were also people collaborating together to make sure, like, I feel like these were people that were feeling like they benefited more when you wasn't in a relationship, to be able to fly in the fact that they were in relationships, even though clearly none of them were like healthy at all. Like, it's somebody right now flaunting their relationship. We've been married for over 19 years. We've been married for 13 and 10 years and 20 years, and they're fucking miserable. Yeah. But don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Don't feel any type of way, because it's like, for somebody, you really just standing firm in whatever it is that you're creating, even with the obstacles in your way. Like, they wanted to make sure that you just stay put. This is a control tactic. Or if it was someone, into you or whatever, like, these were people that don't realize, like, it's too easy to, like, fucking emotionally detach. If not, you know what I'm saying? You can, I mean, most people are not great at dissociating and being able to come back fully. Or, these will be people that actually have mental disorders, or, mental illness type things, where, they dissociate, that they'll call that, what's the word for it? Manic. They call it manic episodes. So these are people that are literally in manic episodes and don't know how to come out of them at all. At all. But, like, to see you triumph through this stuff, like, somebody, like, just stand fast, stand firm, hold on. You know what I'm saying? The new beginning is going to happen regardless of whoever these people are. Because for somebody, you got people in authority positions. And then this is also, I'm seeing double pillars. You know what I'm saying? The pillars, that means that they could be in authority, but they also getting people from their code group, their secret organizations, to try to, like, recruit people in here. This is judicial system, because the truth card is showing that. You also got people from the medical field. These are your three people that are looking to create a downfall, looking to create, a delay. This is also people wanting you to be in emotional dismay about what's actually happening or occurring. Like, literally, these are people that just want you to be like, oh, they're not going to give this to me. Oh my God. And it's just like, honestly, whoever you are, I mean, if you're anything like me, it's like, okay, who gives two shits? It's going to happen one way or another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, I'll tell anybody with a quickness, do you cherish your fucking life? I don't give a shit how the fuck you choose to do it, but carry on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for someone in a situation, you will have, people to sit there and feel a particular way, because it's like, my situation was more or less, if she doesn't be like that, and it's like, it's not, being is one thing, acting, that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being. It's just, it makes them uncomfortable, because guess what? They're not able to read you. They don't know how you come in. Are you the wild card? Are you tricking them? Are you so basically, these are people in their heads of trying to figure out, are they serious? Are they just trying to be an asshole? Or this person is just trying to play games with me, and they're just trying to do this. And it's like, honestly, I mean, if you're like me, I don't give a fuck, no way. And then it's like, the real people that really fucking know me is just like, yeah, she really just doesn't give a shit right now. So good luck, But this is also certain people that are looking to still try to keep connections to you, because for someone in your instance, it's like, there could be someone in authority that feels like they're in control over certain things that, say when it's time for it to happen. In my instance, is when it's time for them to release my fucking money, the property, the trust fund, and the information about what was illegally done. Whoever these people are, they know, like, hey, okay, whatever the fuck we're going to give this person, let's just say 5 times that shit. Because, the defamation, the slander, the disrespect, the delay, like, somebody, like, court cases could be that, like, very deep, but it's like, consider that whenever it's time for you to get this, like, you'll be so fucking fulfilled, like, financially, like, what's a job? What's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? But this is also, you're suing people in these positions that would literally embarrass them, like their whole facade, because these are people living facades that are hoping to do this. Also, you could have people that are in these positions, legal, law enforcement, whatever, and they're coming over here to get this information, trying to take credit, like, we found these people over here, and it's like, give the person credit of how you was able to find those people. Don't be a dickhead and sit there and make fucking public announcements and not sit there and give the credit of who you got the information from. You know what I mean? But then it's also like, say if you had people that you were dealing with, and it's just like, expectation leads to clear fucking disappointment. Assuming makes you an ass. And these are also like, say if there's something, medically, and you was dealing with someone, they knew about this. But they worked with all these people to still try to play. Like for me, in my instance, I had that one guy that I was dealing with, and was like, you really gonna do that? And you stole and then and then you think I'm supposed to sit there and reach out to you? I wouldn't ever deal with that dude. Like I could care less. So I could be like, oh, this is about to happen to him. That is not my problem. It sounds personal. I'm not gonna feel any type of way for no man or nothing like that. I've been like the same way since I had my first kid. Whether a father is there or not, you still have to own the fact and be responsible of what it is that you did. You made your bed, you gotta lay in it. Whether that person is gonna be there to help you financially, emotionally, whatever. You are, what I'm saying? I'm my own woman. I'm sorry, I'm not the woman to be like, for certain men, they love their women to be super codependent on them financially and all the other stuff. And some men just like that dominant era of feeling like a man, like, you got to depend on me financially. And sometimes it just makes them feel more of a fucking man. I'm just not that woman. I'll just be the person to tell you, well, I'm just not the woman for you. Carry on. It was fun while it lasted, and toodaloo. You know what I'm saying? Just go where it makes you happy. That's emotional maturity. That's not causing chaos or whatever the case may be. And these are also like, for somebody, like literally something that's going on, a lot of shit that they're dealing with, they have to come to you to clear out this fucking shit. That's the craziest part. Some of these people, whether you are well versed in, masonry and things of that sort, it's certain shit that you got to do to get to the levels of what it is that you're choosing to do. Even if it's just simply for networking, for your business, school, education, job promotions, regardless, it's just certain shit that you're going to have to do. And that's just how the cookie crumbled. But the disrespectful part of this shit, like, yeah, you being in part of a pillar or whatever, but religious people are held to a different type of virtue. Like, to a point, it's like, how are you going to sit here and just claim to do all this stuff and then have the audacity to try to hide behind the church? But it's about to be certain churches, some Protestant, some Christian churches that y'all feel that is very prestige in your fucking community. These are people high and mighty on a fucking thing, and they're about to be like, it's one of those the witch hunt, Salem witches. Yeah, it's a witch, but these are people still hoping to create deception and things like that. 777, like for somebody, it's going to be a lot of money that's going to come out of here with 777 coming up here. Lucky break, lucky opportunities. These are also people that are not able to. It's like they're not able to see past their own fucking nose. It's crazy. Like, it was like, for me, I was sitting there just thinking, and I was like, sure, why would that? And I was like, just say it. It's basically like, I was sitting there, I don't know what the fuck I was looking at, but something just clicked in my head. I said, I really have a fucking feeling in my fucking, like, in my spirit. It just felt like somebody was like literally watching just to try to get someone to train or do something, or it was like somebody I already fucking dealt with, that they're literally trying to figure out a different approach to approach me, because it's like, I'm not interested in dating at all. Like that, the dude that had approached me like a couple days ago was like, are you gonna reach out to me? Like, bro, fuck no. You have no chance of fucking hell. But I didn't want to be an asshole, because it was like, Shrita, you're about to act the fucking ass. But I was like, don't do it. But then it was just like, I just sat there, because I was like, well, that right there was a bust, wasn't it? Because it was like, the hope was for me to just go ahead and disregard what it was that I was already feeling. Like, yeah, come on, I can take you to the store. Yeah, come on. It's like, bro, I would not get in your fucking car. Like, this is lame. Ew. But it was just like, the biggest part of it was too, it was just like, I'm just sitting there thinking about it, and I was just like, it's literally someone that they're trying to train right now. And it's like, okay, well, usually around the time that they send someone in is usually around this time, close to like between now and October. They always send someone in. So this is them like, she's gonna never catch on to how we're doing this. And it's just like, all right, Winnie the Pooh, oh Eeyore looking ass fucker. Okay. Like, it's like, it doesn't work like that. Like, oh, you're interested in speaking Japanese or something like that. Oh, me too. Oh wow. Just, it's like those type of shits. So someone just be mindful and paying attention to that, because some of these people are informants for these judicial, for these medical people, for these law people, courthouse people, or whatever. And it's just like most of the time they're just sending people in to just try to get close to you to see what it is that you know, or if you're going to be comfortable enough to speak to these people, to give them information to know how it is that you're able to decipher between what it is you've been talking about. Because for me, I know what the fuck I know. I'm not for to over explain that bullshit. Like, the fuck, get out of your bitch ass fucking feelings. Do you need my panties? Because they're actually starting to get a little big right about now. So what the fuck are you saying? And it's not like I'm getting bigger, but it's just like, hey, I'm pretty sure whoever it is just like the envy and jealousy. And then it's like, more or less, you may be running into more people. For me, in my experience, it's been more fucking females than anything. Or and some of them's like, gay men that still ain't came out the closet. Because, like, no real grown man is going to be sitting there trying to have beef with a fucking woman. Seriously. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not for to try to assert his dominance. Either you're going to recognize what a man is, or you're just going to recognize what it is. Like, real men don't do none of this bullshit. Like, it's pity, patter, stupid shit. Oh, you're making me feel disrespected, so I'm going to delay this. No fucking real fucking man is going to do that shit at all. Like, that's why it's like, really, governor? Really, mayor? Show me how sassy you really are. Like, I'm not gonna fucking feel no way. Delay. As long as we play, the bigger the pay. That's my theory to the shit. The longer the delay, the bigger the pay. And the more that they're gonna be sitting here crying. As they wanted me to cry today, they cry tomorrow. So it doesn't matter. They laugh today, you get paid tomorrow. Shit. I'd rather cry right now and be laughing to that motherfucking bank with the tears in my eye, like, oh Lord, thank you. But it's also at the same time, the longer that they delay this shit, it's just like, for somebody, you're just advancing spiritually, like, it's just ramping up. So even if it's people swearing like they're in competition, you're copying them, your shit is so fucking advanced more than whatever the fuck it is that they're trying to do. You're moving quick ahead, okay? Like, you could have some people born in 1997, 1987. Who else we got up here? 1973, 77, 75, 78. It's pretty old. You should be already in that's not nice, Rita. That's not nice. We're not gonna say that. That's not nice. What else we got here? We got 94. I stopped myself before I said it. Kudos to me. A win is a win. You got 94, 93, 92, 98, shit, 2005, 2002, 2007, 8, 9. Damn, these are kids. 2001, 1971, 72, 84, 89, 83, 82, 81. Dang. You have some situations that are resurfacing from from 2 years, February, 2 years of 2 years ago in February, 2 years ago in December, April, September. Somebody for 3 years ago in April. Wow. It's like a lot of information. July, August, and September. September was a very prominent month for something for you. September 20th, or between the 20th and the end of the month, if not October. '71, '78, '72, '75. So someone in the 1970s had very huge hand in this. Someone's name cannot be Ines or Eunice or Ida. These are people that want you to lose hope in something. But regardless, I feel like for somebody, it's like literally, if something that doesn't transpire before the month is out, I'm seeing July, the 4th, the 3rd, the 4th. Like, it's something that they're going to be doing like the first week of July. So July 1st, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Expect certain crazy shit to be going on, or they're going to attempt to. It's going to be mainly people that are part of this occult, judicial, and medical field that are sending people this way. I'm seeing monks, so this could be something about feng shui. So someone could be from like Korea, China, Japan, or something like that. Possibly like Taiwan or Singapore or Philippines. But it's going to be from those people in particularly. Because they're going to want to carry this shit out all the way from, I'm hearing June 29th to like July 8th or possibly to the 17th of July. Sketchy July 18th. Okay. This is the hope. I'm hearing, yeah, this is the hope. Because whatever waiting game that they've been doing, it's like someone's name could be Bengari. So someone could be from like India or something. Bengari, Pahari, Punjabi. That is like, yeah, someone's definitely from India. It's like another form of Christianity for Indian people. Here we go with the rainbow flag community, the Power Rangers. You also got people that want to be part of the underground tunnel. Go, go, Power Rangers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are motherfuckers that still wearing Ninja Turtles underwears type shit. If someone likes the Ninja Turtles, ain't shit wrong with that. Because the Ninja Turtles are fucking cool. I give a fuck at this big ass age. I still like fucking Ninja Turtles in the Thundercats. Fuck you and your mom. I like it. The fuck? Foundation and achievements. It's... I felt we already had this discussion, so I'm not going to address whoever this is. Somebody, if you're a woman, you're dealing with a transsexual, so a man who wants to be a woman, don't address it. Ignore it. Even if they try to approach you, again, you're a grown-ass man trying to approach a fucking natural-born woman about what? And if it's about another man, go cry in a motherfucking bathroom. Do better with your life. The fuck? We're way beyond passing trying to address somebody about another fucking person. The problem is not with the person who's there or being, wanted to be spoken to, whatever the case may be. The problem is with the person who you're supposed to be laying up with. Take that up with them, not the fucking other way around. Because other than that, you're just showing that you have self-esteem issues. And if you're feeling that because I'm some celebrity and somebody liking me, and you're apparently with very fucking much low self-esteem. This is like how you get people become social media influencers, and they be the most fucking depressed, anxiety driven, having ass motherfuckers, lowest self-esteem, don't know their worth, men's be with them and cheating and everything. Shit, this is like giving me, who was that one girl, Peach McGuire or whatever the fuck her name is. Like, bro, so you gonna keep sitting here, oh, my husband, but you're getting confronted publicly on your social media fucking platform that clearly everybody that even watches you, because it's like at that point now it's just your pure entertainment, because it's like, how stupid are you that you sitting here counting this man counting the money that he's gaining off this shit and spending it on everything outside but he's sitting, and it's just like, it ain't even a scratch your head moment. It's just like the man's cheating. Oh, I ain't studying that girl, because it's like, no, that's embarrassing. You if your self-esteem is not low, I mean, unless you're opening up the marriage to have an open marriage or is polyamorous, then cool. We have zero space to talk about you. However, clearly it's like looking at a woman that feel like they're in a situation that is super fucking monogamous, and clearly there is no monogamy in that so-called husband. It's like he's only getting you pregnant because he knows that with you having the kids, he could still stay in the house, because how dare you be able to do your social media platforms and take care of all these kids by yourself? Been there, done that. That's called reproduction abuse. But if you don't see it that way, hey, sometimes it be a country bumpkin motherfucker in the world that just feel like, oh my gosh, my man, my man, my man. Baby, that man is for every fucking body. But who am I to address you? You know, whether they want to be stupid and dumb, that has shit to do with me. Certain people have been like, you have no sympathy and fucking don't. And what does that mean to me? Who gave it to me? No one. The world is a cold place to be. Either you're going to survive or motherfucking thrive. And apparently, keep going like the little engine that could. Okay? Good morning, Vietnam. Okay? Gotta go ahead and do what the fuck Lieutenant Dan still got out there and got some goddamn coochie with 2 motherfucking nugs and no motherfucking prosthetics. So what the fuck? I know the analogy is a little bit too early, but however, you get the gist of what the fuck I'm saying. But these are people that is just like upset because it's like, if you're in certain situations, these are people that, oh, they won't be coming back. They're not going to be my friend. They're not going to be cool with you. Me personally, I don't believe in it. If I didn't do anything to fuck you over, what the fuck I look like reaching out, apologizing. Even if you decide to have fucking kids, these are like literally, if these were women and they be having a death like this, and this, and this, and it's like, bitch, why don't you stand on your own 2 feet? Don't put that man on child support. Let's see how the fuck you really thrive then. And then when you get ready to do that, then you'll have room to sit there and speak and talk your shit. But other than that, these are fucking women that are super, they'll take the abuse, they'll take the insults, they'll take the degrading, still go ahead and sleep with the man, still go ahead and get every fucking STD there is in the fucking book just to get that man to make sure that he's taking care of his kids. No, you just want somebody to be there. You just want somebody to fucking love you. And clearly that person is showing you every which way that they don't love you. They don't fuck with you, with every constant way to abuse you and things like that. I had to learn that. Oh, you said you wanted kids. Okay, well, I got that. But still, it's a fucking fatherless fucking kid that they chose to do that intentionally. And it's one of those, ha ha ha, now I'm in control of whatever it is that you can come and go. No, the fuck you don't. You always like, well, what about your other baby daddies? Let me show you exactly why the other fucking baby daddies are crying right now. Hence, here we are. Oh, you don't give a shit about them. No, if they were sitting next to me on fire, I wouldn't piss on them. I actually would probably just sit there and wait for, hey, 911, you might want to get here quickly. Did you do it? They was already on fire. I'm just sitting here enjoying it. So you didn't like that motherfucker that much? That much. You know, it's like, that type of shit. I ain't gonna do it. Somebody else fucking did it. I just got the pleasure to fucking get front row seats to watch it. But I still did the right thing and then I called 911. So whether y'all chose to do it, I'm not gonna get arrested. Hey, somebody dropped the body over here and they put some like gasoline or whatever and they burning. Ma'am, did you put him out? I mean, do you want me to watch the body or you want me to put it out? Because if I got to go back, then, you know, it's a possibility. So I'm just trying to keep you up with what their status could be. Somebody was like, this motherfucker is fucked up. It's like, the catastrophe. Shit happens, right? But somebody you're going to have like universal law. This is just universal law type shit. Like, these were people that felt like, I've been there, emotionally guilt trip you. Oh, we're family and these are your kids. It makes you a deadbeat mother. Oh, you're a horrible mother. Shut the fuck up. Shit happens in life. I just so happened had to be grown up in a fucking narcissistic, abusive ass, schizophrenic, dumb little shits of certain people that they couldn't handle the fact because I didn't go to those parties because I spoke too much truth. So meaning the facade and the mask that they wear would not ever exist with me being in that present. It's difficult. It doesn't matter what type of person I'm around. It's difficult to tell me a fucking lie. And it's only going to ride for so long because it's like 10 times out of 10, they will do their best. Like when you know a person wants to keep the control or the dominance of the conversation, they're going to start speaking over you. You're responding, but they're speaking over you, trying to respond type shit. So it's just like those are certain things that you got to be mindful of at the same time. These will literally be people, like as you're talking, they're going to try to like over talk you type shit. And you're going to have to excuse me because like right now I'm like dehydrated for a little bit, but I'll be all right. Shoot. That reminds me, I got to take out my water in a second. What else we have? Yeah, these are people that don't want you to go have the pursuit of happiness in life. These are miserable ass people, and it's just like, Just allow people to, love you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say love you because it's not love to sit there to hurt and harm a person, never to not even apologize for what you did wrong to someone. Like, I'm a firm believer, regardless, if however shit is, like how, oh, you were delusional, okay, cool, whatever, fuck you, bro. But regardless, I know that I came from a good place, so I'm still going to speak on how the fuck I feel. Fuck what you talking about. Because what someone else's, feel and think about you have shit to do with you at all. Like, it'll be people that's going to talk about you whether you do bad or good. And people got to start to process that. You can be doing the greatest thing, like what that old man said. He said you can still be the nicest person, be the most genuine person, and still be and do good things, and still be someone willing to fucking betray you. And that was the realest shit I ever fucking heard. I was like, God damn, but it hit different when you. It's just like in my situation, it's like it didn't matter how fucking good I was to people, how kind I was, compassionate, empathetic to their situation and shit like that. They still be willing to betray you or fuck you with no lube. And it's just like, shit. Well, what happens when it's just like, shit, well, I'm going to snatch that shit back and give it back to myself. And what I'm going to give back to myself is actually giving me more peace. I'm speaking more freely versus trying to tone it down to make the next person feel comfortable about being in my presence. 10 times out of 10, I'll tell somebody, if you really want to know someone is your fucking friend, speak on how you really fucking feel about them and see if the behavior changed. 10 times out of 10, the behavior is going to switch up on you. Because why? Most likely you were the yes man to go ahead and go along with the bullshit. Even though with reasoning, you'd be like, nah, maybe we should go ask this person. Maybe we should go do this, right? But start asking that person questions. Start telling that person about themselves. Like, you can tell who's the ringleader of the situation because it's like, yeah, let's go about this. But be the 2 to 5 people in that group and check them about that stuff. It's like, look, you being a little bit too, over, or you doing too much, or like basically telling them something that they're not aware of. These are people that have zero self-awareness about, like, I can check myself. It's like, damn, Shruti, you shouldn't have said no shit like that. Because it's like, damn, would you want somebody, what I'm saying? Like, when you can stop yourself and check yourself, like, I ain't gonna say that. That's when you got a full awareness of, like, there's a possibility. Not only you thinking of the awareness of yourself, you're looking at the capability of the person. 10 times out of 10, the only reason why I used to censor myself so fucking much because people are like, well, who that motherfucker right there? It's always been me, but it's like, I really was fucking sparing a lot of fucking people because it's like, 10 times out of 10, it was more people around me more often than not. That was literally one fucking conversation or me just really speaking the motherfucking truth to them that these motherfuckers would literally jump off the edge. These is like motherfuckers, go ahead and go jump off the fucking Golden Bridge. Go jump off the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Go jump in some fucking shark infested waters. Shit, we have it all over fucking Florida if you like. The choice is yours. Like, it's situations such as that where I'm just like, really mindful of, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like people should have to hurt. It's like, it be motherfuckers is like, shit, you one Tito's cup away from going ahead to passing away. Your liver is ready to shut the fuck down. It be motherfuckers, one popping of a pill, one snorting of something for they motherfucking septum and they system, they nervous system to just to fucking give out on them. And it's like, me, it was just like, sweetie, just be mindful. Just let it go. So most of the time where they're not seeing it as I see you versus they seeing it as, oh, she's being soft. Oh, we can keep doing it. And it's just like, all right. And now it's, excuse me, now it's more or less like, oh shit, she was just saying go ahead because now it's like all you're doing is giving me pure observation of you. It's not like I ain't gonna leave nobody fucking hanging, but shit. Why can't I have my pure entertainment? The pure entertainment is like, if you want to be an asshole, I'm going to teach you what the fuck hell is. And when you got to teach a person what the fuck hell is, it's like, you become quiet and they'll be like, oh, girl, let me tell you, let me do it. Uh-huh, mm-hmm. And low key, what you think I'm doing? Oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, she gave me some money, her stupid ass, and she ain't going to see. I'm watching. Oh, you let this person be disrespectful? I'm watching. But I'm also, not only I'm just watching the situation, I'm watching them like, all right, here go your qualities. Here go what you're allowing. Here go what you're doing. So who are you to try to sit there and remind? You remember when you was sleeping in your car and you was going, I can remember exactly what the fuck I went through. I can take accountability of my shit. But you, nah, you a motherfucker that's gonna use somebody, you gonna manipulate somebody, you gonna emotionally abuse that person. If not, you gonna sleep, steal, connive, low down, scam, or do something stupid to go ahead and keep the person who you have. Then it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's one of those, when they go ahead and take you there, go ahead and make them to meet glory. I'm a firm believer of that. Ain't no fucking. Why do I have to get revenge when off of pure fucking observation I can tell you about your fucking self that clearly you're not taking the time to have pure observation about yourself. And reason being with the narc, with Sheila, she used to teach me some crazy ass shit. These would be people that did not realize every time that y'all was bringing her in the room, she was just sitting there studying the fuck out of motherfuckers. She was studying the fuck out of them. Whether she was gonna do it or not, it was like, oh. Even if it was people she was sleeping with and shit like that, but it was one of those, well, I'm gonna sleep with this doctor to go get this. Oh, he a sheriff. Oh, I'm gonna get this out of him. And it would be times when she come in when she was pissy ass drunk. I ain't like this about him, and this, and he ain't meeting my quota. Blah, blah, blah. But it was just like, well, shit, I peep game, you know what I'm saying? But I know I don't, want to participate and have to sleep with a person just to get something done type thing. Because it's like, I don't believe in that shit. But it was like always like seeing them do that. I didn't ever have that belief of sleeping with a person just to get something out of them. I didn't like it then. I still don't like it now. I'm not that person that's like, I'd rather have my freedom and my independence to do what it is that I want to do with my own money and not some man to come sit here and do that. Cause it's like, shit, I even seen them have fucking men. When I'm talking about men with motherfucking money, it was shit that I would not have been able to have the capability of doing. But then it was just like the predator. So now I'm getting a chance to observe, like they had predatory. They wasn't only just with her to be with her. They was with her to sit there and watch me. You know what I'm saying? Being my body was overdeveloped for a little girl. Even though I had, more athlete, but I always had hip, thighs, and booty. But it was just like, is it worth it? But then it was also a control tactic. When certain men be having money, that's why it's just like, it's not like I'm gonna turn them down, but it's just like, I gotta see your behavior first, bro. I really do. It was just like, when you just know, but universal law would literally, that's why I tell people, you gotta be careful about what you're saying, what you speaking in the universe, how you talk about people, how you handle people. I literally, call it judgmental or whatever. I will judge you based off of how the fuck you treat other people. And I will really judge you the fuck out of your ass to the deepest of the fucking core of the depth of me, of my existence, is how you treat people that are homeless, hurting, and pain, grief, and things like that. I will judge the fuck out of you. Because as quick as that person is going through that shit, is as quick as you can sit there and be going through it yourself. And then it's just imagine, like, I'm the type of person, just as quick as that person was in that situation, here you are. You want sympathy and empathy. You want everybody to support you, right? I'm going to be a motherfucker like, shit, you on your own. And you will be like, you're mean, you're evil. No, it's not. Was it mean and evil when you did that to somebody else? You got to recall how it is that you treated another person. So I'm only giving you what you was already putting out into the universe. You reap what you sow. You was already putting it out in the energy. So I'm just feeding you exactly what you already put in the atmosphere for yourself and how you want it to be handled. Simple. All you're doing is showing me how to treat you and handle you. Because at any given moment, the way that I see people mistreat other people, I learned a long time ago how they handle other people secretly behind closed doors. That's how they be willing to handle you. I even learned from certain men, if a man is willing to do you, depending on how fucking dirty he is and how he cheated on you, shit, and depending on how bad a person lied, shit, they'll be a fucking person that'll sit there and sleep with their own mama's men or their mama's boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. I've seen that shit happen. I ain't seen, people be in their 60s and 70s and shit like that, and they daughters be mad and be like, oh, they got a husband at this, and then that, okay, the daughters be sleeping with the husband shit. Sometimes the sons be sleeping with the husbands and shit just to spite the motherfucking parents. That is low down as the motherfucking sound. That shit happen more often than not. But it's like, it's going to be people not willing to talk about it, though. They'll be quick to forget that it even happened. But these are people's secrets. These are like people in high official positions, whether if they want to talk about it or not. These, like I said, for somebody, it's literally to a point. Like whatever it is that they're delaying, whatever it is that they're trying to, plan. If it's just trying to take your life, I don't give a fuck if they're hiring like elite people to do this stuff. These people are not going to be able to follow through because it's going to be like, I don't know if it's going to be instincts, intuition, or it's just going to be like, these people probably be like right there getting ready to do this shit, but they get that phone call, it's off. And it's like, what you mean it's off? These people already paid me to do da 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 da. And then it's going to be like, no, it's off. Leave it alone. For somebody, you literally been having instances. I know I have, but it's just like, I get why. And it's certain shit that I'm not talking on, and I'm not talking on it for a reason, because it's like certain people, they don't deserve to know what it is, because these are people wanting to conduct certain things that they're doing based off how I'm explaining it, because it's like, well, if they're explaining it like this, then I'll get a chance to do it like this, and then if they gonna do it like this, then I can do it like this. Like, nah. So in certain instances, this is what it is. But for somebody, your main situation that you're really dealing with at this time is really people wanting to be deceptive, and they're envious, they're greedy, jealousy. Like, it's showing, it's like seething through like their pores. Like, it's not one of those that they can sit there and try to hide it. Like, somebody could be sitting literally trying to smile at you and shit like that, and it's like some of these people, it's just like, maybe they will wake up, maybe they won't. I mean, shit, it's some of these people that won't even wake up due to the simple fact they might end up be dealing with DCF cases if they feeling like they fit the top. They fit to be feeling like old court cases that they've been dealing with. It's a lot of stuff going on. But it's like, for somebody, like I said, universal law is going to go ahead and allow you, whether, you're a praying person or not, you're going to get intel and information on some of these enemies, whether you see them physically or they're trying to like conceal themselves from not being seen towards you. You'll be able to know, but you're going to know their sins and secrets. And you'll be people that try to come on here and be like, oh, this is it. No. Every time that they come over here trying to be negative, talk crazy, whatever the case may be, you're going to know more sins and secrets of them. Because most of these people are feeling like they're gaining based off the envy that they have. They may have gained like financial or material things or whatever, but it's like they're losing more self-respect and dignity. Someone can be born in 71, 75, 57, or something like that. So these are people that are just, allow them to be. Carla, I want to say Carla's birthday was August 1st, 71. Yeah, Carla's birthday August 1st, 71. So I was like, hold on, who I know, it was like Carla. Somebody born in 75, they could be 50, 51. But if there was like people involved in this, they know, they're aware, but it's just like, you may have a particular condition about something, you know what I'm saying, and they probably like, no, they got this type of condition and it's PCOS, and they having this and they having that. But even then, it's like, for somebody, if you're a woman and it's something to do with reproduction, you still have a malpractice case on your hand regardless of what it is. So that's the main reason why you're probably dealing with them wanting to go so hard and be super aggressive. Literally, they're just like, oh, how we gonna? No, it's like the harder that they're gonna keep going, the more that the cases. I feel like somebody in this situation is now federal. Whether you got physical evidence to know that it's federal, I'm gonna be the person to tell you it's federal at this point. Someone is going to go try to ask for immunity to get 8 years versus the 31 years that they were facing. Somebody could have ended up getting 310 years based off of this situation. Somebody could face, yep. The people that could have, they may be done with that for them August 20th. These are people like, well, if they ain't showing up in court, then ain't no way that they're going to be able to do this. And it's like, regardless of it's going to be done. Somebody's last name is Dunn, D-U-N-N. Dunn or Duncan, D-U-N-C-A-N. Someone could be like Peruvian or something. In my situation also, you know, I got military people, Fort Campbell and stuff like that. But it's like right now, universal law, universal truth is going to be revealing all these financial material gains that these people had. It's going to be more or less to show you about what else that they could have been trying to keep from you to be known. Like what goes on in the dark comes to the light. And these people wanted you to try to stay in this suffering state. Somebody could be from like North Carolina or something like that, wanted you to have obstacles and challenges. If you're anything like me, whenever it comes to like a love matter or whatever, someone could be aware, like you're gonna have success to overcome whatever it is that's happening at this time. For somebody, if you end up losing more loved ones or something like that, it was these people of this pillar, judicial, and law system that did this. Also, it could have been some people that, you know, you dealt with in a marriage. So, because it's showing marriage. So, to me, it's like anything that happens at this point, I'm not going to be fucking surprised at all. It's like one of those, just hurry up and just get this shit over with. But hey, patience is a virtue. That's why the last guy was like, bro, you would have had a better chance to speak up, but whatever fucking control tactics he had, it's like, shit, bro, you finna get locked up any fucking way. So it was like in my best interest just to let it go. Like it never happened. You know, the same way you didn't want it to happen, it never fucking happened. So somebody, you will have victory and success in overcoming this, because somebody you're gonna literally have to press charges on, like a lot of people. I'm getting somebody coming in and I don't know. I feel like there's going to be people either having to come to your home or you're going to have to go somewhere. Someone's name could be Holmer, Holmer, or Palmer. But whatever it is, it's going to literally be like faces, documents. I don't know if they're going to already have them arrested or not. But it's just like, I'm hearing the main questions. Do you want to press charges? And like, I'm getting somebody literally having to use a particular tone, because it's like whatever it is that they're bringing, because it's like one of those, I'm sorry to have to tell you type situations. But it's like at the same time as they're doing this, it's like, would you like to press charges? Somebody just say, fuck it, yes, fuck it. I like, for me, it's just, hell yeah, do what you gotta do. Intuitively, I'm giving you the guidance to like somebody. You just need to say yeah, because it's like for me, I'm not in the business to play with nobody. I don't give a fuck if it's physically, telepathically, spiritually. Because somebody like you may have thought you was tripping for a moment or something about something. You wasn't. Like I knew that dude was doing some stupid shit, but it was just like, bro, I know you're into this shit, and you try to play like you wasn't. But the fact that you was sitting there trying to play this tug of war, control shit, like, do they like me? Do they not like, no, motherfucker, that's girly shit. And clearly whatever you were showing me is what the fuck it was. So it's just like, I wouldn't, it wouldn't be like a respect thing. It's just like, I'm in disgust. Like, I can't respect somebody that do some shit like that. And then it's like, the audacity to feel like they're going to call me, they're going to do this, and now I want to play the hero because I know they like to eat. I know they're going to need this. And it's just like, bro, I'd rather fucking read a book and be in my own fucking world than be concerned with, are you going to, do the right thing or not? So it's just like, sometimes you just call your loss what a loss is. But it was like also once I had got the verification and clarification within myself to sit with it for a second, it was like that person was sit in. That was for 1, 2. They were meant to try to unalive me. 3, they stole from me several fucking times. 4, it was just like they showed exactly who they were and what it is that they wanted to do. 5, it was just like how many times you're going to allow this person to keep doing this, and the love you're giving is taken away from yourself. The other thing was it was causing me to not be able to see my own transformation. And then the other biggest part of it too was like also this was one of the people involved with the rest of them that were creating obstacles and challenges in my life intentionally. So it was just like also, keeping information that I should know, but it was also, I had already knew it was like, this is going to be a fucking mental game. So they feel like, it's certain people that really feel like that if they can keep you guessing and always keep you in your head, like wondering, like, but what did I do to them to treat me, like this? And then I know they know something, they're going to have to tell me. And for certain people, it can drive you the fuck crazy. But for me, it was just like, Sharita, he's showing you with actions. He's showing you what he's doing, behaving, everything. And it was just like, chalk it up. It is what the fuck it is. You see him how you see him. You know what the fuck you know what he is, what he do. And it was just like, I remember that motherfucker like, don't look at me as a thief. Right. Don't look at me as a liar. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me as if I'm a sinner. Yeah, right. You're proving the point time and time. But appreciate you for doing the one good deed that you could do. But however, you won't ever fucking be around me. I don't even feel like you'll be out. Like, this is somebody that is like, bro, for a person that did not want to be in fucking prison, it's like, you're clearly creating a breeding ground for your ass to fucking go. And instead of just go ahead and clearing out, ego based type shit, because I was like, this is ego. This is like literally watching a person's downfall based off of their ego. Like, oh, you have the audacity to have ego and pride in this. You have the audacity to bring in other people to get involved in this. The ego and the pride always take them down every fucking time. And it was just like, I know, but instead of you just being like, yeah, this is what it is, it's like they decided to carry it on. But it was also like something that I could see clearly. It was like family involvement. All the once you know all the players in the situation, is like, it's crazy. It's not crazy, but for me personally, I don't have the normal experience that other people have. Most people experience the type of shit that I had to go through from outside world. I had to experience it on the inside. So this is the type of shit that you would be like, damn, a op is a op. You create childhood friends, people from school. It's expected with police and shit like that. But then no one's ever prepared, like your own children, your parents, your grandparents to do the shit. You don't ever expect that. Your school best friends, the people that you consider friends, family, godparents, and shit like that. You wouldn't ever expect that from them people. But in my experience, that's what it was. But shit, you learn best on the inside, right? Cause shit, when you get it from the inside, shit, anybody outside doing it to you, why would you give a fuck? Exactly. Man, it's just like, you just roll with it. But it also creates self-discipline, though. You also learn to, well, in my experience, I just learned to give myself closure, because they basically were showing me already early on, you got to be okay with them apologies that you won't ever fucking get, that you fucking deserve. These is also situations where you're going to know you're dealing with people that got their own traumas and wounds. So that's why it's easy to just like forgive it. But why talk about it? Like, anybody apologizing to you at this point, they only apologize because 10 times out of 10 they got caught. It ain't about them genuinely want to apologize to you. They only apologize because they got caught or they want something from you. Nothing more, nothing less. But I learned that in the process over these years, over these 30 plus years, that's how a situation would literally plan out. So, me having, I would say it's a blessing and a curse. But at the same time, the blessing of it is, it's like, oh, they're going to do this in the judicial system. They're going to do this with DCF and, CPS. They're going to do this with the sheriff department and stuff. Like, I've had that experience in close proximity of how this shit operate. Down to the life insurance scams, down to the hospital scams, down to the doctors, lawyers, police officers, then they got to get people from your old community. They're going to start digging. They're going to make it seem like they doing, stuff with the FBI and things like that. It'll be also equivalent to them trying to play with your psyche or your emotional well-being type thing. Like, all that shit plays a factor in all that shit. It really does. But if you don't know, oh, you going to be fucked. Trust me, they got you. What Chris Brown said, once they got you, you just got to know that they got you. You know what I'm saying? Once they got you, just know that they got you. They double got your ass. But once you already know what's up, they can't get you if you already know what's going to be done. Because then what you getting got for is just, this is what the expectation. And when they got an expectation, shit disappoint their ass every fucking time. Simple. Simple math. Simple psychology. Or creativity. So it'll literally show your creativity versus the creativity that they want to take from you. You know what I'm saying? But it also requires you to be balanced of know thyself. Shit, you know if you got a temper. You know if, you know what I'm saying, you're a passive aggressive person. You know if you, well, some people don't. Let me take that back. But it's like if you don't have the balance of both sides, shit, they got you where they need you. But when you're balanced, you know, most of the time they're gonna want to tempt you with dumb shit. They're gonna try to tempt you with, you know, when they know that they're trying to get you mentally and stuff like that, they're gonna get people to come close to you. 10 times out of 10 it's coming out your heart, or just to see what exactly what you know, what you heard. Is you depressed? Is you not depressed? Shit, they send their own little CIs to come date you like, oh, it look like she got a type. Oh, who was her baby daddies? And especially females that are so stupid. Like, to me, I feel it's like fucking hilarious, especially these females that got baby daddies and they put them on child support. Yeah, it's perfect because with them being in the system and them looking at their driver's license, they're looking at the females, right? And they're looking at them getting child support, right? They're looking at the type of person that they can send in next, whether it's somebody that they're going to pull from out of their jail time, or whether somebody who's coming out of jail and some of these police department or GCF people, or sometimes it be probation and bail bondsmen and bounty motherfuckers like, look, I'll make a deal with you. I need you to go approach this female. She's going to be at this place at this time. She like to go to this club, or she got these type of friends or whatever. And depending on what type of friends and crowd she is, if she's in a particular crowd of like, she hang out with people, you know, females that are notorious of wanting sugar daddies and shit like that, 304 and tricking on Backpage OnlyFans and shit like that. And they know that a certain female, like, they don't, you know, be like that, and they need to know information, and they put their baby daddies on child support, they'll figure out what type of person it was, if she got more than one baby daddy, or she stuck with that same baby daddy and had like 1 to 3 kids. They're going to find a man that's either similar to stature or behavior or mannerism, because at that point they could already see the psychological aspect of that person. Judges and lawyers and prosecutors, they can see the psychological of that woman. And then if they got inmates that they feel like, oh, we could bribe this motherfucker because, you know, they're going to be hard on money. And how I elaborately explained, like maybe a couple days ago, about, you know, what rights that they do have. They know that most of them not looking into that. So it'll be like, hey, I'll give you about $100, about $300, or they'll low key give them a stipend for however long that they can get you to stay with, you know, get them to stay with these women. And it's just like, get as much information. Well, what's her emotional status? Or they'll be like, look, just make sure you cheating on her, make sure you doing this and this and this, so they can know, like, say if she end up doing some stupid shit, and be like, well, shit, we can make it work in your benefit, and you can end up getting full custody of the kid. Or, you know, we could do this and we can reduce, you know, certain, you know, you got a gun charge that you still facing, we can go ahead and make that disappear type shit. Like, it's really situations that really go down like this. So that's why I just be sitting there in the background like, hey, you gotta just know better to do better. But, you know, in my situation, it was just like, how I encountered him, it was still a little off, but it was just like, it was a connection, but it was just like, shit, it just is what it is. I let that shit ride. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, damn, shoot, you know, I ain't finna blame this dude, but I was like, shit, you wasted 3 years of your motherfucking time, and that could have been 3 years for me to do, you know, making me, you know, finishing up my business. It could have been 3 years of me focusing on everything else but to worry about what this is. But it's like, it took for you to lose damn near everything, your motherfucking life, literally having to start all the fuck over. Thank God that I didn't get strung out on nothing. Even though there was poison in my ass, it was just like, look, be grateful of look where you are right now. And it's just like, that gratitude alone is enough for me to know, like, shit, you make it through that shit, you can make it through anything. And it's just like, it hurt for a little bit, but it's like, shit, celebrate your small wins. And to me, it's a small win, even though to some people it's a big win. It's just like, it was fucked up how it happened. It went how it went. It was what it was. So it's just like, I'm not even going to trip about it because it's going to allow me to grow better in whatever it is. Because it was like nothing ever happens in vain to anyone without you having to see what was the life lessons and how the shit was going to pan out. And it's like I'm a firm believer in karmic law, universal law. You get what you give, you reap what you sow type shit. And in this situation, it's just like I don't feel bad for anybody because it's like literally just think about anything that anybody, I don't care who it was, I don't care who it was. How would you feel if it was you that you had to go through anything that I went through? How would you feel if you had to lose your children and you didn't do nothing? How would you feel if you had to experience death by yourself? How would you feel when your own fucking family putting bags on your hand and doing murder for hire? How would you feel? And then it's like it's a lot of people like, well, I ain't gotta go. You running your mouth too much. But however, if you are participating in it, you actually calling on karmic law and universal law for that shit to happen to you because you got so much to fucking say versus, you know what? I don't understand how that feel, but I hope you get through whatever it is that you get through. That's why I handle people like that. It's like it is what it is, but it's just like at the same time, that's why it's easier to say I don't really give a fuck. That's why I don't like to be around crowds or being around fucking people because it's like it's gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be. But hey, it doesn't ever disappoint to know that somebody's gonna do something fucked up. I don't ever get disappointed at this point. It's just like it ain't about what kind of fuck up you're gonna do. It's just about when you're gonna fucking fuck up. So it's just like certain mentalities that you can gain from it because it's like, why care about friendships when there's no real thing in friend but being a friend within yourself. So karmic law and universal law is in this situation. So whatever it is that certain people are looking to delay, for you to get or have or information, finances, whatever it is that you do to you in this situation, you will receive that. But if it's like, like I said, somebody just, keep yourself clean in that situation. Ain't no need to go look for the drama star or nothing. For somebody, just be prepared for people to try to start fucking with you, trying to provoke you or whatever. Keep a fucking cool ass demeanor. It's going to be what the fuck it's going to be at the end of the day. But it's just like, just know anything hostile, people trying to create frustration, people trying to create inconveniences, it just come along with the territory. It just comes along with the territory. It's retrograde. So people, oh, I just wanted to talk and have a conversation. No, the fuck they don't. No, the fuck they don't. It's just a power move. Like, are they still stupid to still fall for this and blah, blah, blah. But these are literally be people wanting to come in just to avoid getting prison. Like, for me in my situation, anybody trying to come back and talk to me is literally for them to want to be relieved of the karmic, the guilt. Because I know a lot of these motherfuckers, their conscience will eat their ass to fucking alive if somebody don't take their fucking life. If not, they're going to end up in fucking prison or, the death penalty. So I don't really give a shit. It's just like, I'm just ready to move on past this versus like, we don't have to do, we didn't have to go through it as far as it has to go right now. But it's just like the fact that they're being so fucking adamant, it's just got to play out how it's going to play out. Sacrifices will be made, but I'm not fit to be your motherfucking humanoid, man-made fucking sacrifice over some shit that you fucking started because how dare they, mess up, what it is that I got going on. How dare they, but how dare you to sit there and get, take away somebody's basic human fucking rights. This is fucking, crimes against fucking humanity and I wasn't even treated as a basic fucking human, let alone my fucking privacy. Based off the fucking lies that you have. Because not once, what I'm saying, it's like, it's an irritant, but it's like now it's just like, what the fuck ever. Because now I now know there will be people willing to do shit without actually verifying first. There will be people that will want to come back around and be like, well, you lied and you did. It's like, are you looking to justify your bullshit or are you looking to actually heal something? And most of the time it's like people looking to justify, to clear out the guilt so they don't have to take accountability. So just be mindful of those certain things because it's like, it is what it is because it was always an assault on me financially growing, me being seen, me being loved, most of the time it'll be people sitting there like, oh, well, if you had them, I know I can sit here and do this and win this type of things with that person. It's like, you just taking on whatever it is that I didn't feel like I wanted to take care of. But just know where you are in your life and what point are you willing to do that. But, self-reality checks, Full accountability of what it is that you do and how you handle it is solely up to fucking you. What somebody do outside of you ain't got shit to do with you. I'm suffering and I lost my mom and I lost my dad. Does it look like I give two shits about that? That is not my fucking personal problem. Go sit with that shit. Don't tell me about it. Well, we're in a similar thing. Okay. Just because you lost that is not equivalent to anything that I'm doing. And the fact that you want me to downplay what it is that I'm actually dealing with and I have boundaries and you can't respect it, you might want to move around. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it's kids involved, shit, it's always a real man, you know, even if the kids are not his and he really fuck with you, them his kids, you know? That the real father, they don't want to be there, that's not your purpose to sit there. I don't believe in putting no man on child support. If that man wanted to be there, he'll be there. From the beginning to the motherfucking end. And if he ain't willing to do that, shit keep going. Life doesn't stop just because somebody don't want to be there. They don't want to love you. They don't want to respect you. They don't want to take care of responsibility. Shit, you can know if they wasn't taking care of the first responsibilities, if they already had kids and they wasn't willing to fight for it, they're not going to be willing to fight for you. I had to learn that shit the hard way. I had to have life teach me that because I have nobody teach me that, but shit goes on. Anyways, toodles.